This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hi everybody, welcome to show 344 Aussie Mac Zone. Zarn, how are you tonight, my friend?
Fantastic, Michael. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Very good. So we have, what have we got on our run sheet tonight? We have, amazing, it starts, must be working hard. Our Aussie Apple ramblings this week. Here it comes. Aust Cyber says digital trust required to boost Aussie economy. So ZNet reports a globally competitive Australian cybersecurity sector will ultimately underpin the future success of every industry in the national economy, the non-profit CEO said. Fresh from Prime Minister Scott Morrison telling Australians the country was under attack from an unnamed state actor and pledging $1.35 billion to boost local cybersecurity capabilities, AusCyber has touted the importance of digital trust in securing the nation's economy. AusCyber is a non-profit organisation charged with growing a local cybersecurity ecosystem and facilitating its global expansion. Australia's digital infrastructure and the data it carries are core to the value and growth of the nation's economy, AusCyber CEO Michelle Price said in Australia Digital Trust Report 2020. The growing economic dependency on the digital domain has an intrinsic relationship with the trust users and consumers have in it, and therefore the security, privacy and resilience of the infrastructure and data. According to Price, a globally competitive Australian cybersecurity sector will ultimately underpin the future success of every industry in the national economy. The report released last Monday explains digital trust as the level of confidence users have in the ability of the technology to enable a high-functioning cyber-physical world. AusCyber said it is earned by providing secure, private, safe and reliable access to technology, as well as the way in which technology has been designed, constructed and delivered. It said cybersecurity is a foundational pillar of digital trust in the economy. AusCyber said digital activity currently contributes to 426 billion Australian dollars to the Australian economy and generates 1 trillion in gross economic output. It also said a 4-week digital interruption to Australia's economy, such as a widespread cyber attack, would cost the Australian economy up to 30 billion or 1.5% of GDP and over 163,000 jobs. And there is more at the link, which will be in the show notes. There is more to that story. So, yeah, a few weeks ago, for example, Toll got hit.
Yep.
And they got stuck and, you know, deliveries were out, truck drivers were out of work because the whole system was down, basically. There's nothing they could do. Who else? Tui's. They couldn't even mix beer, apparently. Their system was...
They couldn't even mix beer?
No.
Well, that sort of defeats the point of them even existing then, doesn't it?
So, yeah. So that's what can happen when you just think, oh, you know, it's no longer just the bookkeepers and the people trying to work the crap out in the office. It goes right down to, is this stuff being delivered? Is my beer being mixed properly? Yeah. You change that around and put too many hops and too many bubbles in.
Yep.
And then it gets delivered. You don't know until you tap it and then you go, oh, this is crap. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, things like that.
Yep. Story 2.
Yes.
So Apple now offers extended Apple Care monthly plans in Australia, Canada and Japan. Extend your Apple Care coverage. If you paid up front for 24 or 36 months of coverage, you can continue coverage on a monthly basis after the 24 or 36 months is over. in the United States, Australia, Canada, and Japan when you purchase Apple Care Plus coverage for your iPhone, iPad, or Apple Watch. You can choose to pay monthly or pay upfront 24 months of coverage for Apple Watch Edition and Hermes. Is it right? You can pay upfront for 36 months. If you pay upfront, you can go to mysupport.apple.com to continue coverage on a monthly basis after the 24 or 36 months is over. Monthly plans automatically renew until cancelled.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Buy a new watch, for example.
Yeah, but that's really cool.
Yeah, so you can just basically have your insurance go. You know, it's like your car. You keep insuring it, don't you?
Yep.
So.
Most of us do.
That's right. That's right.
That was a
So,
joke.
gaming. We have something in gaming.
We do.
Picture for that on.
Excellent.
What do you got for us?
Well, I'm just waiting for the picture to pop up.
Yeah, it's already
Let's
there.
see.
Keep talking.
All right. Bleak Sword. Developed by More 8-Bit. This is a cool blast. Oh, there it is, the picture. Thank you. This is a cool blast from the past. It reminds me of Atari games I played as a young kid. It was the Atari is the first console I ever played, because that's how old I am. It was the early 80s. I must have been about, sort of in between 5 and 8.
Yeah.
And, I got to play Atari at my nan's house. And I played, like, Pitfall and Space Invaders and even the Grand Prix, which absolutely fails in comparison to what we have now. We can watch virtual races, where, just in my lifetime, it went from something that looks nothing like a race car. It just blocks on a road and a digital sound, to now being able to broadcast it live on television,
So
and it looked the part. Yeah.
Yep.
And so the Atari was, this game brings back lots of nostalgia for me, because I really do love that feel. And it reminds me of my nan's house, who I love dearly. She's 87 years old and still young and fit. And so I think this game really sort of gave me that feeling. There's some really fun levels, monsters. Gameplay on both Apple TV and iPhone are great. Apple TV's a little better.
That's only because you're more comfortable in the chair.
That's right, I'm more comfortable in a chair with a controller in my hand. Donuts. So it is. Don't get me wrong. This game is dark. There's monsters and ghouls and everything like that. It's as dark as an 8-bit game can be. You're playing Haunted House and stuff like that, and Ghostbusters and all that sort of stuff. So, I absolutely loved it. I love this game. I thought it was great fun. Thank you to More 8-Bit. I hope you continue to work with Apple Arcade and give us more great childhood memories. Even if it is only for a few hours at a time.
Yep.
So I'm going to give this 3.7 apples.
It's good.
I'm not going to give it 4 because it could be longer. If it was a little bit longer, it would have made it the 4. If I really got into it and I got there, I could have given it a 4. So that's my game.
Is that your point system now? How many hours you play it for?
Pretty much, yeah. Like if I, with my console gaming, I'm still playing a game from 2013 release.
Yeah.
And I won't mention it. GTA.
Bless you.
And it's still expanding. It's still, very modern and now. So, that would get, sort of 5 apples if it was an arcade game, but, because it's been, 7 years.
Yeah.
This lasted for a few hours. It gets 3.7. I think that's fair.
So, to add to more gaming, you wanted to talk about Apple TV's gaming show.
Yes. So, there's a TV program now on Apple TV Plus. It's called, mind blank. Mystic Quest. Yes, Mystic Quest, sorry. Oh my God, that was a complete mind blank. I'm sorry, people. Mystic Quest. Hilarious look at game design, how it's sort of overrun with men, and how the whole thing can be ruled by teenagers' video blog and sort of demand on what game is cool. They call one of the main characters is a video blogger who's a 14-year-old child, and he rates the games that companies bring out, and so everyone sort of waits for his opinion on the games, and everybody hates him, but his 10 million bloggers love him.
Yeah.
Or his vloggers, I should say, his viewers love him. And so they're constantly calling him, telling everyone, oh, he's shit. Excuse my language, but that's what they say. But he's got the followers.
He does.
And it's just so funny to think that that's how the game world runs today. And it's sort of true. You have a look at, mind you, most game bloggers my age, or a little bit younger. Well, the ones I watch are anyway. But, they have millions of followers, to watch the gameplay and stuff like that. You can actually pay them to give you exclusive gameplay with them, and they show you how to do certain things and all that sort of stuff. They give out cool packages that only they have, so you're getting loot from them. So it's all very real, and I just think it's the show was quite a comical way to announce that, and how to deal with it.
As someone who's actually seen every episode of that show.
Oh, have you seen every episode, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
There's even a bonus episode at the end.
Yeah, the Christmas episode. I haven't seen that yet.
No, there's one, anyway, I won't go into it.
Yeah,
You've got some surprises coming. Really good surprises coming. I'm not going to tell you, but you'll get...
Excellent.
Oh, what the heck?
It's so... Listen, I'm 4 episodes in. It's had me in stitches. Even Kellyanne likes it, which is rare. It's rare that we agree on, something that we watch, or especially something about gaming.
Yeah.
But the guys, again, it's from the guys who had written Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Just a brilliant team of actors and writers. So it's no doubt that this is a winner.
As things come up, and video editors too. It's cool.
Yeah, excellent. So I can't wait for that. There you go. Michael's seen it all as well. So yeah. I know we've talked about it before.
It is excellent.
But I recommend it highly.
Excellent.
Because if you're watching this, you're nerds like we are, and you'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah. So more entertainment stuff. But
yes.
I thought that I'd chuck that in the gaming, because that's part of that. Like, we're talking about a gaming show.
Well, it is gaming, and they have, gamers there, and it is about a game.
Yeah.
I would play. By the way, I would totally play that game.
Now, Apple expands original film slate with Palmer, starring Justin Timberlake.
Oh,
Apple
cool.
is expanding its slate of sought-after original films with Palmer, starring Justin Timberlake and directed by Fisher Stevens from SK Global. Written by Cheryl Guinero, Palmer follows a former college football phenomenon named Eddie Palmer, played by Timberlake, who after a stint in prison returns to his home to get his life back on track. There he faces not only lingering conflicts from his past, but also a much more surprising challenge as he finds himself suddenly in charge of a neat young boy who has been abandoned by his wayward mother. Along with Timberlake, Palmer also stars Juno Temple, award-winning nominee June Squibb, Alicia Wainwright, and introduces Ryder Allen.
Cool.
So that sounds like a good one, yeah?
Yeah.
And then we've also got now Academy Award. This is another story. Academy Award winner Mark Bowles' international thriller Echo 3, greenlit by Apple TV.
Woohoo!
Apple has given straight to series order for Echo 3, a new action thriller written by Academy Award-winning producer and writer Mark Boyle. He's done The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30. And that will be produced by Apple and Keshet Studios. Set in South America, the 10-part series is the latest project to join a growing lineup of premium international series set to make their global debut on Apple TV+. In Echo 3, Amber Cheeseborough, a brilliant young scientist, is the emotional centre of a small American family. When she goes missing along the Colombia-Venezuela border, her brother and her husband, two men with deep military experience and complicated pasts, struggle to find her in a layered personal drama, set against the explosive backdrop of a secret war. Based on the award-winning Keshet broadcasting series When Heroes Fly, created by Omri Givon and inspired by the novel by Amir Gertfrund, Echo 3 will be shot with both English and Spanish dialogue.
Excellent.
Yes. Now, another, just on entertainment, because we talk about, Karen and I, my wife and I, have watched all the series all the episodes available so far of Little Voices, and it's getting really good. I think it's excellent.
There we go.
We've talked about that previously with we're at the dud right up and
because it really
really good. I thought definitely got better. Definitely got better.
Excellent.
So,
because we did have I say we, but Apple did get a dud review on that.
Yeah.
I haven't watched too much of it yet, except for the first few episodes. So I will get back to it after then I started watching Mythic Quest, and I'm going to watch that now first.
Yep. Yeah.
So things coming new OS.
Yeah, go for it.
iOS 14, how to allow or block iPhone apps from tracking you. 9to5Mac report, iOS 14 comes with a number of new security and privacy features. And one of those is forcing apps to request permission before they can track you across the web and other apps. Along with that, you can totally block iPhone app tracking. Some apps won't function properly without the ability to use Tracker, but here's how to allow or block apps from tracking you. 1. On your iPhone, head to Settings. 2. Swipe down and tap Privacy. 3. Choose Tracking at the top. 4. The default setting is to allow apps to ask for permission to track you. 5. Toggle in off to block app from being able to even ask to track you. So that means it's not asking you permission to track you anymore or anything like that. It's just no. The answer is no.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. All right. 6. If/when you do give permission for apps to track you, you'll see a list of them under the privacy tracking settings. Yeah. Michael, would you like to add anything to that?
And also one of the pictures, there's a picture on the screen at the moment that is an app asking for permission just to say you see what it's like, and it says this app would like permission to track. Names the app would like permission to track you across apps and websites owned by other companies. Your data will, your data will be used to deliver personalised ads to you. Allow tracking or ask app not to track, and you can choose that, and that's what'll come up more and more. So yeah, but we've also got
excellent.
The Skype iOS app gets background blurring feature.
Yeah.
Mac rumours again. Skype's mobile app for iPhone and iPad has been updated with a new screen blurring feature this week. Users of Microsoft's video and voice calling service can now choose to blur the background on video calls if the scene behind them is something they'd rather not share. The idea behind the feature is to save the users blushes because of the messy room they're Skyping from, or to obscure a business plan on a whiteboard behind them, for example. Background blur in Skype is similar to background blur in Microsoft Teams, according to the software giant. The results are somewhat akin to the bokeh effect most commonly seen in portrait photos on iPhone, but in this case it's a live video stream. The feature has been available on the desktop version of Skype for a while, and like that app, it can be enabled in Skype settings or when in a call by using the Blur My Background option. So, yep.
That's really cool.
Yes. Now, what about our next story?
Yeah. Apple commits to replacing non-inclusive terms across its developer ecosystem. 9 to 5 Mac reports. Joining a wider industrial shift, Apple announces that it is working to replace exclusionary.
Yep.
There we go. Sorry, exclusionary language in its developer documentation and APIs with alternative terminology. Renaming things takes time and effort, and large parts of infrastructure have to migrate in response. For third-party developers in the App Store, Apple will be changing the name of APIs used in their code where appropriate, which also necessitates that's right, yep, engineering work to migrate. Examples for exclusionary terminology include using a noun like master to describe the primary code repository. Yep. Apple's source controls features in Xcode, stating that Xcode 12 now names the default branch main by default. GitHub and other companies announced similar policies changing earlier this year. Similarly, Apple is replacing the usage of whitelist and blacklist in its documentation with allow list and deny list to eradicate possible discriminatory connotations. These phrases have long established technical
definitions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
this
changing
is
to
my
alternative
eyes.
Words
Thank you, Michael.
removes any possibility of confusion or misinterpretation. Now, I saw this, and then there's a whole heap of comments underneath it on one of the sites that I was looking at, and those people haven't got a clue. Like, they don't understand that they're saying when GitHub calls it the master file, they're saying, well, that's what it's called. It's the master file, but they've got no idea. They're not thinking back far enough to where the word master came from.
Yeah.
They're thinking, it only relates to that. They're not going beyond that little framework, or because we're talking.
It's baiting.
Master
It's baiting
slave.
people, and no one wants to be masturbating. Yeah.
And that's what the coding's called currently, and we're trying to get away from those things that have meanings from 300 years ago that we're currently using here now, which is just, they have no idea. Like, they're stuck in their own little world.
Yeah.
So it was amazing to me that was happening.
Story 4.
Next one. Now, I'll pass comment on the end some more of this, but
Yeah.
the federal court rules Kogan online promotions were false and misleading. The online retailer had been accused of hiking prices prior to sales by the ACCC. ZNet again, Kogan has yet again been found guilty of inflating prices prior to its online retail sales, with the Australian Federal Court ruling on Friday that the company made false and misleading representations to consumers. The legal action raised by the ACCC last year alleged that Kogan ran an online promotion where consumers could obtain a 10% discount on most of its products through the use of a discount code. Kogan was previously fined $32,400 for using false or misleading representations for a Father's Day promotion. At that time, the ACCC ruled the online retailer intentionally increased its prices before offering customers a discount. It's simply unacceptable for businesses to raise prices before applying a discount in order to give consumers the misleading impression that they're obtaining a larger percentage discount than is actually the case, ACCC Chair Michael Seamons said at the time. Now this is from like 4 years ago, and they've been caught again a couple of times, where basically the price they're selling something for today, just say it was $10 for that box of whatever.
Yep.
They put the price up to $11 tomorrow.
Yep.
But from tomorrow you can get a 10% discount, which takes it back to $10. So you're not really getting a discount, are you?
Yeah.
And then when that discount code's over, it goes back to $10 anyway. So you're not really getting a discount. And then they send you messages saying 24 hours to go, or 2 hours.
Oh my God, the Kogan messages I get are relentless.
Yes.
And it's because we bought a washing machine from them. Now, don't get me wrong, the washing machine was definitely cheap. It was an amazingly cheap price.
Yep.
It works fantastically. I have no problem with this company whatsoever and its products, except for its relentless hounding of like, shop now, Kogan, and get this, and it just constantly, once you sort of sign up your email to them, they just bombard you.
Yeah.
And like, I understand when I need something, I will probably use you again, but right now I don't need anything.
Yeah. So I'm just...
And so I've had to unsubscribe, which is also a pain in the bum, because sometimes I really do want to buy, this or that. And yeah.
So what you do is you don't unsubscribe. You make a rule on your mail app that says when I get something from Kogan, just delete it. And then when you decide you want to go back and buy something from Kogan, you go back and just pause the rule so it doesn't delete anything from Kogan. But one of the other
that's a good idea.
issues that I've been made aware of is like Kogan sell Apple stuff, but apparently they buy it from Hong Kong.
Yeah, so do I. Sorry.
Yeah, they buy it from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And David, he just said he gets at least 2 emails per day.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, David just said he gets at least 2 emails a day. Me too,
How are you, Dave?
Oh, well, I was anyway.
So, but apparently Kogan buy their Apple stuff from Hong Kong and sell it to you. So if you buy it in Australia for basically the same price, you get 2 years warranty, because we have 2 years warranty in Australia.
That's right.
You buy it from Kogan, yes, Apple Australia will honour the warranty for 12 months.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's all they're obliged to do. And you think you're buying it from Australia, but you're not buying it from Australia. So just be aware of little things like that. You need to check things like that when you're buying stuff. Obviously, it must apply for other stuff from Kogan as well. So anyway.
Yeah.
Mac OS.
Yes.
10.15.6 successfully fixes USB 2.0 issues experienced by 2020 MacBook Pro and MacBook Air users. Mac Rumors tells us Mac OS Catalina 10.15.6 successfully fixes a frustrating bug that prevented some USB 2.0 accessories from working properly with 2020 MacBook Air and MacBook Pro, according to Mac Rumors readers and users on Reddit. Apple, in the release notes for the update, said that the update resolves an issue where certain USB mouse and trackpads may lose connection, and people who experienced that particular problem have confirmed that their accessories are now able to successfully connect. The bug was first noted earlier this year by MacBook Air and MacBook Pro users who purchased one of the 2020 machines. The Mac notebooks were unable to properly work with USB 2.0 accessories connected to their machines through hubs or adapters, and that's like your USB stick, memory stick.
Yeah.
They have lost connections or freezes, failure to work entirely, or those affected were unable to find any fix, like methods like SMC resets, safe mode, disk utility. The only suitable fix was using a more expensive Thunderbolt 3 hub instead of a USB-C hub. Though Apple's release notes mention mice and trackpads, the problem affected all kinds of devices, including keyboards and other accessories, though it appeared to be limited to 2.0 rather than USB 3 or 3.1, which are older devices, obviously.
Yeah.
There have been numerous reports from those who experienced the issue that 10.15.6 addresses the issue, and the fix doesn't appear to have been implemented in macOS Big Sur. However, some users still may run into USB issues there. But that's beta software, so we're not worried about that.
Yeah.
Now this one I find interesting. Go for it.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, US beat China.
Oh, yeah. Where is it? Sorry, where is it? US beat China on App Store downloads for the first time since 2014. Due to coronavirus impact, TechCrunch reports the US App Store's downloads have surpassed China's downloads for the first time since 2014. According to data from Sensor Tower's Q2 2020 report out today, the US App Store saw 27.4% year-over-year growth in the quarter compared to the 2.1% growth. Ooh, wow, that's massive. Growth for the China App Store. During the quarter, the US App Store generated 2.22 billion new installs compared to China's 2.06 billion downloads. To regain top position, this then translates to the US beating China on App Store consumer spends as well. Contributing to the shift was the impact of the coronavirus pandemic on both China and the US. The US surpassed China on installs beginning in April and lasting all the way through to June, the firm found. China in Q2, meanwhile, was coming down from its own abnormally high numbers of downloads in March and April due to COVID. But as its download figures began to normalise, the pandemic was wreaking havoc in the US. Pandemic was wreaking havoc in the US, where it hit slightly later. This led to the US to see a surge in downloads as suddenly the population was forced to work from home, attend school from home, and entertain themselves at home with apps, games, streaming services. So, yeah, that's really cool. Well, COVID's not cool, but it's cool that they've,
So, add China, just add China and America together.
Yeah.
That's 4 billion downloads for the quarter.
It is too. Holy crap. I didn't even think of that, actually.
Whatever they were downloading?
6, that's 8.
4 billion.
So that's 4.28 billion.
Yeah.
In
3 months.
That's insane. Show promotions show note links each week on show upload, the link being aussiemaxzone.com.au /AMZ344. There you will see the last 6 weeks of show notes. Email us at
Michael or Zarn at aussiemaxzone.com.au. And we've been getting a hiding. I've been getting a hiding at Michael at aussiemaxzone.com.au.
Oh, really? Why?
From spammers.
Oh, really? Great.
It's amazing. It's amazing. But please send it on down, because the spammers, they just get... that's what rules are for.
That's right. You can find us on Spotify. Just search Aussie Max Zone.
That's right.
Or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Yeah,
if you
Google.
search Aussie, you can
Google.
search Aussie Max Zone, you can find us.
Yeah.
Apple News. Yep.
Aussie Max Zone. Just look us up and then...
That's right. Make sure, if you're looking for us there, make sure you favourite us.
Yeah.
And hit that, that button that tells you that we're releasing a new podcast.
Yeah. And don't forget, you can find us on YouTube.
Yeah,
every week.
That's right.
But yeah, tell your friends, please. Just remind your friends, if they want to listen to as much Aussie stuff as we can get in at Aussie Max Zone, as well as the other stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, lastly, but not leastly, thank you, our supporters, our watchers and listeners.
Most important.
Without you guys, we wouldn't be doing it. So.
Yep.
Yep.
We've had an increase in. I saw some stats today. We've had an increase in Facebook people, and Facebook people that are commenting too. That's been an increase of 40% or something. So.
Oh wow! It's because of me, see, because I'm so good looking.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. Please stay safe.
Always.
Yeah. Looks like we're going down in lockdown again, so please stay safe.
Please stay safe. Remember to keep a distance, guys.
Yep.
We don't want anyone getting sick. If we can keep a distance and just be safe, I'm sure this will all be over, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
But remember, apple a day keeps the androids away. See you next time, guys. Bye.